final parting party. I hope. Everybody finally showed up. The ones who, Lenny, and I guess Matt's on his way. I hope. He's one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie, even though he's the world's biggest dick when he drinks. But yeah, dude, I went all the way to the gym to shower, and I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't even put clean clothes in my bag. Totally swimming trunks, and I'm still wearing the same dirty sweater I was wearing yesterday. Go me, winning today. But they just called me and said they pulled up. Let's see. We're at E11, so 15 row, so we should be 4 in. Let's see if we can see him. Should have used the other side of the camera. Fuck it, guys. We'll be out there in a minute. You'll see. Lenny, I didn't know there was. Give me a fucking hug.
How you doing?
I thought you were his brother, so I didn't recognize you at all.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, can I put you on camera?
Sure, go ahead.
The fucking Lenny, dude. He's got a killer-ass boat. I love his boat. Do you still have the old one, or did you get a new one?
No, still got the same
Cool.
one.
Bro, another motor free if you want it right there.
Yeah, I do.
Does it fit?
Yeah, it would.
This transmission.
Oh, I put it up over there.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Well,
playing with it. I fixed it.
yeah, brother. No worries. This is what was seized on it. Dude, it took a torch and hours and hours and hours of just spinning it and lubing it. Because all of the internals, right, as you will see, spins with ease. Nothing's broken in there. Because I've gone over every square inch of the internals.
Okay.
So,
it looks like it's just not engaging. Or...
yeah, I think it's not engaging from this, is what it was before, because this wouldn't move at all, dude. It took a lot to get it off.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure when it's running, it'll slip into gear, but see, you know, not running, it's a bitch. So, because they were getting it to slip into gear by barely turning it and moving this. So, and even if it doesn't, then it should be, the only thing wrong with it is the shifter fork, because what it was is he had the boat sitting for...
Yeah, I know. I used to be in that ball right
Oh,
there.
so you know Ray didn't move this boat for 20 years.
Well, I know Ray. When I had the liver transplant, I called up the hospital and said he was my brother.
Really? Oh, yeah,
No,
Ray's
I
a
know
good dude.
I know Ray.
I really like Ray, man. He sold me this boat on a great deal, but...
No, I know that. Yeah, no, I know Ray well. He brought me to the hospital when I had my episode with the transplant and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
I forgot about it. How's your wife, by the way?
She's getting better.
Is she?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I was right there.
Oh, you're right there.
Right there.
Oh, where Johnny is. That's my friend Johnny now.
Right there.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I was right there for 5 years.
5 years, yeah. I didn't make it.
He was up over here.
Oh, shit.
He used to be on where the yellow sail cover boat is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got into it with the Harbor Patrol, and they kicked me out for it. It's either submit and do what they say, don't talk back and be rude kind of shit.
Really?
Yeah, I got a video on YouTube, bro. They were fucking stupid. They were trying to give me an oil dumping fee in my rowboat. I haven't had a motor on that thing in like almost a year. So he's like, because they saw me pumping it out, right? We were at the casino for a day. We come back. It's like 12 inches of water in it. Like, you know, you can't even get in that. It'll tip over. Both sides are almost full. So I started pumping it out with the pump. Yeah, I didn't have anything to bail it out with. And then they saw that. He had already came by like 3 minutes before that, asked me if this boat on the dock was mine. It's been there for 3 days. I was like, sir, I'm on E11. I've had that mooring ball for over 2 years. And that's it. That should be all I have to say. If you're there investigating that crime, that's where it ends. I said, no, I'm not. And then I identified where my vessel and my boat was. There you go. I'm out of your investigation.
Right.
He leaves. My dad comes down from the bathroom. Maybe 1 minute later, I'm still bailing it out. Comes right back around. My dad gets into my dinghy. Then he comes around the boat and pulls up to me and starts shit with me. It's all on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, trying to get me for oil dumping inside the pump, which again is a $250,000 fine and 5 years in prison because it's waste dumping.
Oh,
See, dumping in the ocean is $10,000 at 2 years.
Wow.
But dumping in the sewage, which I don't get, putting wastewater with wastewater, is $250,000 at 5 years. Either way, you're not going to get a felony on me. You're just not going to incriminate me, period, when I'm just coming home.
Right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, anything you want. This is brand new, bro. I haven't even used it like twice. And then my 1,000-watt shit out on me. Look, I don't even think I've cleaned it out once yet. Yep, I haven't. Still a brand new bag.
All right.
I mean, I have so many tools on here that I gave away too that I can't take any of it with me. It's too expensive to ship.
Yeah.
So anything, bro. All my motors have new props on them and new pieces all over them. The 5SBs, this one is the one that runs, but for some reason it'll go click and just stop running. So I think it's something to do. I think the lower unit needs adjustment.
What is it? 3 horse? 4 horse?
5SB. I actually have 3 of them on this boat, all for parts. They're all scattered. This 9.9 I'm keeping, but I don't know what's wrong with it. If y'all can get it running, when I come back, like, I would love y'all forever because I think I want to throw that on this to get me down to the Sea of Cortez. So all it needs are
Go to Sea Cortez, huh?
all it needs are firing points. He said his brother does outboard, so maybe he can do it.
Yeah.
It was running. I loaned it to Ray last year, and I got it back not running. It said on the back of his boat for 4 months too. He never even used it to go get his inspection. So I don't know. I don't like holding cameras in people's faces. That's why I'm always pointing it down. By the way, makes me feel weird. But all right, guys. Oh, you have? Bro, I love Ray to death, but the first thing I had to do when I got this boat was rip out all the carpet because he never washed Duke.
We saw barbecues all the time.
Yeah, but this thing reeked like a wet dog, like every square inch. Like the carpet had to go. One of these. Here, hit this.
Was that spinning?
Yeah, that was the starter. Sorry. I think it needs a transmission on it. TBH. I don't know, but it turns over. Educating y'all. He's educating me on the new programming because I have a lot of questions.
Well, this is old stuff.
Yeah.
It was 90s, mid 90s. But Bill Gates, in a tech conference, he talked about how he wanted a computer in every single home.
Yeah.
And so the watchword at Microsoft Campus was basically lowest common denominator. Like he wanted the people with the least amount of education to be able to run a computer.
Yeah.
And so they made it like that. Well, Apple went a different route. They had a graphic user interface like Microsoft, but they wanted the high-end people. They wanted the graphics designers. So they went with very like their processor was designed to handle graphics and analog and things along those lines.
Who, AMD?
And no, this was
Intel.
Apple.
Okay.
And Apple's chip was different.
When did they go to Intel? Or when did they go to AMD?
No, they went to Intel because they run the Intel stuff.
I know that
they were going to go AMD, but Intel offered them a better.
See, what I've learned recently is Apples are running better with the AMDs because of the memory controllers, the operating system.
That would have to be like brand new because originally, like 8 years ago, they went with Intel because they got the contract with them and they did that. But anyway, so Apple was going for the high-end guys, designers, things along these lines, and they went graphics. So their processor was better, and all their software was geared towards that. Mm. Well, then you had Linux, and Linux guys were true computer geeks, and they said, "Fuck your GUI.
Yeah,
you don't need graphic user interface.
Nope.
I'm smart enough to know how to type up the shit because I can do it." And they did it. And so for 15, 20 years during the computer wars, where different
all the operating systems and hardwares,
Microsoft won the.
And it's the most bullshit program, though.
Well, it won because it made it so anybody from any walk of life could use it.
Windows does not work without command prompt. Therefore, Windows is technically two different programs mashed into one.
It's
because Bill Gates was genius the way he bought both companies and merged them into one.
The end result was they wanted it so that everybody, whether it's a housewife or a business professional or a financier or a doctor, anyone could use a Windows computer. And Apple eventually went there. They started going the same way, but by the time they went there, they were too late.
Yeah.
And they started going for the college guys, like, hey, let's do this.
Yeah, and the cold.
So as a result, you still have Apple computers, but it's a very elitist group.
Yep.
It's kind of it's almost like a small cult following. The
guys
it.
Yeah, it's the mouse I hate about it.
Whereas all the Windows guys are like, yeah, it's a Windows computer. It's there. It's a tool. And it covers the whole spectrum. It doesn't matter rich, poor, educated, not educated, everybody can use a Windows computer.
Yep.
Linux, on the other hand, requires a
advanced,
huge amount of self-study, focus things.
I know.
And it's only been in the last
Ubuntu makes really good user-friendly.
That's what I'm say. It's only been in the last 8 years or so
that they've been
Ubuntu, a Red Hat,
and
a couple other guys. I'm really fond of Kali Linux. It's my preferred. But a bunch of these guys started putting graphic user interfaces on it. And to be completely honest, I feel the Linux community has gone to shit. Since it's gone down.
Because they keep fucking fighting.
Once they started putting the graphic user interface in it, now every Tom, Dick, and Harry who thinks he knows shit can do it. Now, to be fair, there is now more deployment of Linux on standard computers than there has ever been. But the whole point of Linux was never to be on a standard computer. It was not supposed to be. It was
I run them for the miners, bro.
It was the elitist. It was the best of the best ran Linux. Like even if you weren't the best, but you had a very specific goal and you wanted to do it the right way, you ran Linux. Because it was the most resource efficient. Because it didn't have a graphic user interface. And that's a huge deal.
And it was the easiest to block CPI incoming signals.
Well, it was...
So you could hide yourself a lot easier.
Fair, I find Windows, Apple, all of them are easy. Once you know terminal command code, once you know that level stuff, there's no difference. honestly, between the Windows environment and the
So
Linux environment.
why are they producing more and more cores on processors when it's not even being utilized on fucking operating systems? I think they're spending money in the wrong places is all I'm getting to. Like,
Partially, it's a marketing thing.
yeah, I know people are all about
People
higher
love
cores.
like, oh wait, well I've got 8 processors.
And it's-
right,
and it's like,
that's
bro,
way better than 4 processors. Dude, you use 2 processors.
Yeah.
Tops. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what you use personally. Well, it's just like back in the day when it was still single core. I used to always laugh because people would be like, "Oh, I got to get the 3 gigahertz processor."
Yeah.
This is I got to get this, and I'm like, dude, you
Yeah.
play chess.
Yeah,
on your
I would
thing,
get
and
it-
You look at websites.
I get it, AMD XD, an
You
old
need
Athlon,
a
and
500 megahertz processor tops.
Yeah,
like you don't do shit.
what I did for like
No.
years is I was getting those AMD Athlons, the old XP
Oh,
processors,
yeah.
and overclocking the fuck
Oh, no,
out of
yeah, I
them
used to
because they were
have
all freaking unlocked.
But the cool thing about the multi-core processors, and I love them. I mean, I have since I moved on the boat, I've gotten so out of like hardware.
Bro, have me a
and
beer.
wonders.
Fuck, give me a
But
beer. Fuck it. This is the first day beer I think I've ever had, like probably 5 years.
But fucking when the i7, the Intel's multiprocessor first came out, the i7 first gen, I had it like the day it shipped in the first laptop.
Which
that ever
one?
Shipped,
The i7?
The i7, the Intel i7.
Oh, yeah.
core. The day it shipped, in the first laptop it had been put in, and it was put in the 17-inch fucking beautiful Asus machine, and I had it shipped
I think
directly from the factory.
i9 just came out
You know.
last year too, right?
And it was bam right there, yeah. And I was like, ooh, this is great. Very first thing I did in 2 days, I emulated every operating system I had ever owned,
Yeah.
and I had virtual machines running on all 8.
Do you
cores.
have a good like
You know?
video game emulator? Because all the ones I used to like my Super Nintendo emulator.
I don't play games.
Oh fuck, dude!
That's the funniest thing.
I've been trying to
Everyone-
find all kinds of game emulators. I
know
can't
so
find them
many
anywhere.
people are like, dude, you're a computer guy. You do gaming. I'm like, I don't game.
That's why I got into computers. I was building all kinds of gaming rigs and overclocking
You know,
for more
Which is funny
FPSs.
because I worked a shit ton in playtesting and development for Microsoft Games Division before they broke off and became Xbox Division.
Oh yeah.
I worked 4 years with them, and we did a shit ton of tests. I mean, I was on the team that made Asheron's Call. I made Star Warrior. I made a bunch of different games, and it was fun. It was neat, but I never played them except when I had to.
Yeah.
And all of my coworkers thought it was the weirdest fucking thing. They were like, "Dude, we're in gaming because we like gaming. Why don't you game?" And I'm like, "I'm in gaming because they hired me, and I can work on computers to learn the other stuff
Yeah.
that I want to learn." And eventually I moved out of those teams and I moved into propers. Like I was on the Windows XP development team, and I moved on, I built, that's how I became so good at what I did, is I just constantly built up. So my brother, even now, he does it. He called me over. He's like, dude, look, Fallout 76. It's so great. And he was so proud because he got his Xbox and his TV running off of his inverter on his boat so he could run it. And he finally got enough solar so he can run it and he can run it all day. And he's having fun with it. And he's like, oh, it's so great. And I was like, yeah, yay, Fallout 76. I'm going to go back to my boat and do boat stuff. I got to go. So since I moved on the boat, I've lost interest in a lot of that stuff. The only thing I stay focused on is these things.
Oh shit.
Smartphones, tablets.
Yeah, that's why I was
This
trying.
shit is like, this is the wave of the future.
Oh god, yeah.
You know?
Bad boys. I was stacking them up over there. So what I was doing is, if you go to Metro PCS every month and buy the family plan for $220, you can get 5 phones, and then instead of paying the bill, you just go open another account every month, and by the end of the year, you have 60 phones. And if you're running your miners, Electronium, JSE, yada yada yada, you're making $4 to $8 times 60 now every month. So, well, that's why I was started to stack them. I have my business phone. I packed all my other phones in the other box on accident. I don't know why I packed them when I wasn't leaving for another 2 weeks. So I only have that one shitty phone over there. But we also have the tablets. It's just a cool way. Get into miners, bro. You want me to send you?
I've already checked all that stuff out.
It's easy money. You're just sitting there. That's why I have the business phone, is to run as hotspot, so I connect everything to that.
I actually have a server rig that's running constantly.
Oh,
over in Nevada.
that's why I can't wait to get to land. I'm thinking about building like a badass, like
I've got
an all-out, like probably a 7 to 10 GPU miner.
Yeah, I've got an Opterion server cluster that I've been running for 10 years.
Ooh,
And it's I've got 7 blades.
holy shit!
Each of them has 4 cores, so that's 28 cores.
You can do 28 cores.
They're mine. That's all I do. That's
Mine?
all I've been doing for 8 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've
Nice.
been doing this shit for a long time.
I started mining when Bitcoin first came out. We left, and then I kind of quit everything. And then I had no idea Bitcoin even hit 20 grand last year.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I had fucking so much in my Exapple wallet, which I didn't even think they were going to give me back. I had to fill out for it and say, hey, I lost my password. They sent me back this thing. They asked me for an ID, a picture of who I am and to write on a piece of paper the date and time, and I sent it to them, and they straight up opened my account up. And then I saw that when they transferred all my money out because they must have did an update or something, and then they transferred it right back in. Basically, I logged in and I still had half a Bitcoin.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's when it was down to like 4,200, and I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" Because actually, it was at 81, and I watched it fall over like what was it? July, August, September. It was just falling. So what I ended up doing was cashing it into Ethereum and sending it to a bunch of other coins. So
see, I used to mess around a lot and switch them out and do all that, and then when I moved onto the boat, so I've got the server running at my mom's house, been running forever, and she's got that, and then I've got a buddy, he's a CPA, he's a broker guy, and he does all that stuff.
Yeah,
and he maintains my independent trust that I built for myself when I worked at Microsoft.
Mm.
So all of my Microsoft benefits, my stock, all that shit, when it's independent trust, I don't own it.
Yeah,
it's not mine. It's an independent trust.
That's fucking awesome.
And I can't touch it. I don't get any money until I'm 65.
No.
On purpose. Set this shit up on purpose when I was 19 years old. All right. It's like I was done. I was like, this is what's got to happen. And so it's one of the reasons why I'm like, fuck, I can do all this shit, because by the time I'm 65, I'm golden. And I'll be especially golden when I discover the country I want to move into.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm thinking small island nation.
So if I called you and asked you for help, do you think you would sell down to South America to help me?
Well, it depends what's going on.
I'm going to set up a trade embargo with Bolivia.
Probably not. You gotta remember, I gotta think about the wife.
That's why you should come.
No, can't bring the wife in that kind of environment.
It's a beautiful environment.
No, I know. But whenever you're engaging in anything on those lines, you always run the risk of various separate groups coming in, and the first thing they go after is family.
Oh no, they're going to come after our boats first to keep us from bringing in products.
Which is what I have my family on. So that would be
That's...
Well, what I could set up, and what I would totally be willing, and I've done this before. I've helped multiple nonprofit organizations down south.
Camden said it go, but I don't trust him because I think he's too tweaked out on fucking meth.
Honestly, I mean, I think I said this the other day.
I still can't believe he tweaked out, bro.
You can't trust any of the old zoo guys.
Can't trust even Matt?
Matthew's not a zoo guy.
Oh yeah, duh. No, yeah, you're right. No,
Matthew's a bouncer.
That's one of my favorites, bro.
No, you can't trust any of the zoo guys, man. Like,
I know Dave is fucking gone.
You know, Dave. Yeah, I mean, he just came back, but he's pretty much gone. Him and Jamie. I mean, they're all. And the sad part is actually Dave is probably the most trustworthy of them.
Really?
Yeah, and I mean they'll say differently and they'll do whatever, and that's fine. I mean, they're all entitled to their own view.
I can't believe Camden, bro. I never saw that coming. I wish James never would have left. If James never left, that shit would never have happened.
Absolutely, I agree. But James did come back. James was a crew member on my boat for a couple months. Yeah, James was a crew member on my boat for a couple months.
Macau.
Yeah.
Macau came back.
Yeah.
Why didn't nobody tell me Macau was here?
I love
Macau. You and Macau and Matt. Those are my
he was sleeping on my boat. He's hanging out on my boat all the time. And he was like, look, Camden's not the Camden I used to know. I gotta go. And he left. And
Camden was turning really bad the way he started screaming and yelling at him all the time like they were a married couple.
Went and turned himself in. Got himself on 2 years house arrest with an ankle bracelet, so he can clear up all his legal shit that he has up in Oregon. And he's working his way back to being legit. So he's doing good. He's doing good.
Is he on your Facebook?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get him on my friend. He might.
On my Facebook.
I'll have to look later. I don't want to.
No, he's doing good though.
I can't believe I missed McCall. He was always my favorite, bro. That's why he was the only one I'd buy a bottle for every other day. You know?
No, he talked about how he will eventually come back.
I missed him always coming up to my boat and just talking to me all day.
He's just clearing his shit out.
He was always.
Which is what he's supposed to do the year before. He's
so calm and clear-headed for as drunk as he was all the time. He wasn't like Matt, where Matt becomes like rawr and starts picking on you and making fun of everything you're doing and looking like.
James good drunk. But yeah,
I'll never forget James dumping the dinghy. As soon as we met him, he hit that fucking 10 horsepower, wing, and Tim's dinghy, and everything went upside down. Oh, fuck. And then took him he was at that. He did not stop working for 4 hours until he got that shit running.
Yeah.
With the same spark plug, too. That
was Mark's dinghy. Mark Sleacy's.
Oh, that's right, Mark. I thought it was Tim for a second.
Was Mark's dinghy. Actually, the best memory I have of James was the first year they were here, they had a little inflatable.
Yeah.
And it had no hard body on the bottom. And Camden, who's super light, would constantly jump off the boat and right in the middle of the thing and land on the rubber.
Yeah.
With no problems. He boom, never go through. And James always he'd get on the thing real carefully. And one day he was a little drunk and he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna do a Camden." and he throws himself off my boat and hits the middle and goes straight through the rubber.
Oh my God.
Right into the water. It was the funniest thing because the look on his face, like as soon as his feet
fucking water's so cold.
punctured the water. Well, it was the middle of summer, so he was okay.
Oh yeah.
But as soon as it punctured, he knew. Like you could see his face, just like, oh shit, and fucking whoop, right in, and he comes right up, and he's like, fucking Camden, because he's like, he's like, if Camden hadn't done this so many times, I wouldn't have fucking done it. So, but yeah, it's hilarious, but. Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back next year. He's just got to clear out all his legal shit.
That's cool. I'm proud of that dude. I'm gonna send him a message if he's on Facebook, and if he's not on my Facebook, then
He's on Facebook.
I'll find him on your friends list.
But yeah, he said he said Camden wasn't the same Camden, and it's sad. And I'm sure it's just a phase. He's a good guy. He just needs to.
I hope Camden sats out of it because he's not like that. He was always so cool.
Yeah, he is. I like him. I miss him.
Me too.
But at this point, it's come down to the thing, like,
I've been telling y'all since the day I got here. I've been coming out, and whenever I see y'all, I'll tell y'all how much I hate it. Whenever y'all ever heard me say a positive thing about this mooring field,
yeah, no, you're on the mooring ball.
everybody, Lenny was here. Everybody hates it. Like even Kiwi.
I can't stand mooring balls. I can't stand fucking marine. That's why I've never been in one.
It's not the balls. It's the people here.
No, it's the balls. The
Oh,
balls encourage the people.
Yeah, true. The lazy fucking.
The marinos encourage the people.
It's bullshit, dude. These people who just cannot stay out of other people's business, like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me? Who cares what color my dad is? Leave him alone.
Yeah, exactly.
He gets more problems and issues for being brown than he does anything else here. Without lying, in the past year, he's had 7 different people, my neighbors, walk up to him and say, "What are you doing on the dock? You don't belong here. Hey, you're not supposed to be sitting down here." And every time my dad's like, "I'm waiting for my son," because dad's not like me. He doesn't scream and yell and yada. I'd turn around and get pissed and livid, but it's just crazy how they treat him. Fucking one of the neighbors calling social services on us because he was just trying to get us out of the field. He didn't like me. He still doesn't like me. He's got a restraining order on him now, too. So,
good for him.
Yeah, he's a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, good
Hey, Lenny, do you need help with anything, bro? You need me to help you with anything, bro? Lenny? Oh, sure. Have you dug down deep and shit? I'll help you. Ray's dog saved Lenny's life. I want to hear this story. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
They're my sailor stories. I'm trying to start a good sailor story blog. Everybody has really good stories out on the ocean. They're always different than land shit.
Well, no, I was at the ball over there, and I started internally bleeding on the boat,
Whoa.
and my phone didn't work. My phone wasn't charged, and it was about 1, 2 in the morning,
Yeah?
and my wife went out and screamed and yelled, and because we had no way, she couldn't roll me back in,
Mm-hmm.
and I was bleeding out. And Chance woke up, came to the boat, saw my wife, and she went down and woke up Ray.
Yeah.
And Ray came down and called an ambulance.
Wow, the dog.
But if it wasn't for Chance, I wouldn't be here.
Wow.
When I
Man.
got to the hospital, I was down 6 quarts.
Holy shit.
Yeah, out of 8.
So you were I
was on transfusions for 8 hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They gave me 10%.
Yeah, my grandma was on transfusion. They couldn't figure out why she died. She just kept self-consuming. They couldn't figure out it wasn't internal bleeding. They couldn't find it. She was shitting most of it out. And they were like, what is going on? Like, why is her body processing her own damn... She didn't have internal bleeding. There was no ruptures anywhere. But I figured it out now why. They still don't have a medical clause for it. And, healing my dad, all the holistics I practice, dad being cured, all of his terminal illnesses, it's the same thing. It's we don't eat food. Everything's destroyed. And everything you eat, the flash freezing of fruits destroys amino acids. You're not getting shit from it except fiber, and the body doesn't do anything with fiber. Well, you need amino acids. Every cell, building block, and chemical in your body is based upon amino acids. So when you're void of that in your foods, guess what? You're void of what you need. You don't need nutrients. That is the biggest bullshit in the world when they talk about nutrients. And it's like, are you serious? Like, I need minerals and I need amino acids. And I get minerals from water, and or I used to get it from the ground. Nothing has minerals anymore. Just like nothing has iodine anymore. They used to even put iodine in water. It's so healthy for you to drink iodine or to put iodine in your body. It's natural to you. To where hospitals stopped using it. In the 70s, Betsy Dexter Dyer made a theory that, well, dude, how come in the 30s, everything, even grass was testing at like 2 part per million iodine, and now everything in the 70s is testing below like 1/4 part per million. And she's like, dude, if this stays consistent, by the 80s, food and plant life will be void of iodine.
Really?
And that wasn't supposed to be like that. Well, that's actually only in America or in hardcore places like big places around Europe and stuff like that. When you grow their fruits and compare them to a farmer that's way outside of something, this all goes back to the 30s and 40s when they were forcing the those really fucked up harsh fertilizers on everybody before they knew about chemicals and poison. Most of it was poison. So they destroyed most of the dirt. The top layers of soil, mainly in a lot of places, they don't have minerals and they don't have iodine. So, and plants absorb everything around them. And I actually proved this in a couple of grows where I grew stuff with different things. I'd use food dyes. I'd use high strength silicones. You put a lot of silicone in a plant, you can bend that plant in half and it won't even snap because it absorbs the silicone. And whatever a plant's roots absorbs, it literally puts it part of its being. Like if you got grass or even wheatgrass, get something easy to grow and mix your water with like 3 drips of food dye, any color. Choose red, your shit's gonna grow red. You won't have green grass, it'll be red. You put purple, blue, it doesn't matter. They literally, plants absorb everything around them. So when they're growing in soil that's void of iodine and minerals, your food doesn't have minerals. This is proven on YouTube. Just get on YouTube and type in food doesn't have minerals and start reading and listening to all the doctors that are proving this everywhere. Right. And then iodine, just Google or YouTube iodine benefits and just start listening and reading to everybody because it's all backed up by science, data, analysis. They just don't teach it to doctors and they don't teach it in schools and we don't know why. Like, why don't they want us healthy? Why do they want, us all sick and this dumb shit that's happening here? So, I don't know. That's all I've been studying for like 5 years now is 3 years. Health benefits, holistical medicines. I've studied shamans, Vedas, gurus, you name it, I'm looking into it. That's why I'm going down south. That's why I'm going to go hang out with the shamans, the Pichus, the Coaxis, and then on the way back, I'm going to hit up the Vaquera. So they're in Ixtlan, Mexico, Peru, and then I'm going to go chill with Susan, and she's going to take me to Mount Pichu to see the Pichu people, and because she knows them, she knows the way there and all that crap. And then after that, first I'm going to go to Peru, then I'm going to go to Bolivia, then I'm going to go there and there. So that's my plan. That's what I'm going to do.
Bolivia, yeah. I went to Colombia. I was going to go through all those countries, but I like Colombia.
I'll ask you. I'm going to start up a trade embargo. I'm going to go into Bolivia. I'm going to ask for El Presidente. I'm going to go up to El Presidente. I'm going to say, hey, bro, what do you need? What do we cut you off from? What do you need the most? What do your people need? And I'm going to go get it straight up via sailboat, or I'm going to call everybody I know who has a boat and say, hey, dude, we need to go here. I'll cover this. I got fuel. I got food. Let's do it because there ain't no way, bro. I'll spend everything I have to help another people. That's fucked up. We've blocked off a country because they're sovereign beings and they refuse to let corporations and banks in. That's fucked up, dude. And that's what Venezuela is all about. Look at all the propaganda going on about Venezuela. We're sailors. We know. Like, we know. Fuck, dude. This is stupid.
Well, Venezuela has a fifth of the world's oil.
Exactly. It's all about the oil reserves in Venezuela. It's not even about the resources other than oil.
It's about the oil resources.
In freaking Bolivia, it's all about, hey, we need our banks and we need our infrastructure and we need our corporatized laws there, and they won't allow it. And that's why they're pissed off. Chile and all the surrounding countries have it. They're all ran by the same politics that run here. That's why they were able to shut. How can you cut off a fucking trade to a whole country that's inland? That's fucked up. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't give a fuck, bro. They're gonna have to kill me to stop me, or if they do that, they're just gonna prove my point valid, dude. It's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be dumb on them. They're not gonna stop me from getting there. I've already looked up all the laws. I don't even have to have my passport. You do not have to have a passport to go to Chile or to Bolivia, because Chile will give me a 90-day, it's like $22, and they'll give me a 90-day temp visa. Oh, okay. After that expires, I have to remove myself for 48 hours. So it means go get on my boat for 2 days, go 12 miles out, come right back in, and then another $22, and I get another 90 days. Twice a year or 3 times a year. Actually, there's no limit. I think as long as I keep paying my money, they keep giving me that 3-month visa. And that's going to get me, because Bolivia borders, that's going to get me to where I need to in Bolivia. So that's my goal, dude. I'm going to call everybody I know and be like, hey, dudes, I need help. Anybody
big mountains in Bolivia.
I know. I already know, dude. So.
Hey, what's in this hatch?
All kinds of shit, man. Tear everything open. I broke this off last year. Yeah. Like I said, dig through everything, because that shit goes all the way to the back and all the way to the front, filled with shit. Bro, there's... Yeah, there's still... Oh, look, that just broke off. I barely pulled it. Chris was going to make me all new hatches for it. The only thing I need is one jib that I'm going to try to raise with a nylon rope when I get back. Well, I mean, some of these are good. They're not all bad. That one's kind of fucking ugly, but if you look, no rips. Oh, look at all these sailbags, dude. 2 of these are mains too, bro. And that's a 42-foot mast.
42 foot?
Yeah, dude. That's what I measured. And that's coming from the base, like right there. I can imagine how big that is going. It's a step kill too. It's not full. Yeah, it's not all the way to the keel, but it stepped up above it. Lots of tarps and gas cans. Oh, fuck. Hey, dude, I got a lot of UV cover over here, too. That shit's expensive. The UV cover? Expensive as fuck. Oh, fuck you, Lenny. Cover your shit, bruh. And y'all had all these cords. I just threw all the cords. Y'all had all the cords everywhere, and I tripped over it, guys. Fucking hurt. Fuck, dude. The motor didn't even hurt. That fucking fell in that thing, like, plumped. Like if y'all... Lenny! Lenny! I love you, Lenny.